Today in New York City, the United Nations Security Council voted to increase the troop levels of the African Union peacekeeping mission in Somalia from 8,000 to 12,000. And this coincides with a development yesterday in Somalia of the jihadist group Al-Shabaab absorbing its rival militant group Hizbul Islam. The three main factions of jihadists or Islamists in Somalia, there is the dominant faction of Al-Shabaab that is globalist and jihadist in its aim, led by an individual known as Godane Abu Zubair. The second faction of Al-Shabaab is the nationalist wing of Al-Shabaab, is led by a commander known as Mukhtar Robo, also known as Abu Mansur. Now, this Hizbul Islam faction is led by an old-time warlord and Somali nationalist leader whose name is Sheikh Hassan Tahir Always. Now, the Godani wing of Al-Shabaab essentially issued a threat to Always group of Hizbul Islam, basically saying, join us or die. And after a series of clashes over the last couple of weeks, Always group basically conceded. Now, this significance is less in the number of troops that the Always faction of Hizbul Islam brings to Al-Shabaab. But the significance is rather of the Godani-led dominant faction of Al-Shabaab, eliminating internal dissent, which ultimately would lead to its defeat if it festered. While these internal tensions are never going to be fully eliminated, Godani must fight these. He has no choice but to eliminate internal tensions that are on the radar of his enemies, such as the Somali government and its backers. And so that brings us back to today's vote in New York at the UN Security Council to approve an increase in peacekeepers from 8 to 12,000. It makes much more sense now. Al-Shabaab was anticipating this increase, but Al-Shabaab is now positioned to ensure that their forces are unified and Al-Shabaab remains more or less a united fighting force to confront the Somali TFG government and the increased AMISOM peacekeepers backstopping it.